The question again I'm trying to get at here now is that we guarantee a kind of equal education for all? Because now we have educational system for private people. If you are rich, you can access that for the rich people. But if you are poor, nobody cares about you. So the question I'm asking is that because you have NGO, you are an advocate for equal education. How can we guarantee education for all Nigerians? Because all Nigeria matters. All the children in Nigeria matter, not only for the rich people. How can we guarantee that?
Okay, thank you so much for this. I will start with the history. You are aware that we, at the time, we removed history from our curriculum. The thing is that I still say education is not about the four walls of the school, learning math, English, and science. Education of the mind is quite important. As Nigerians, as Africans, we have this mentality that whatever comes from the outside world, from the developed country, from the Western world is key. And we are everything wants to associate, oh, Yankee and all that. So it's a mentality that we need to kill. And it sounds nicer to say, oh, I want to know the history of the Buckingham Palace. I wanting to know the history of the Badagry Slave Center. So I think it's something that we need to re-educate our mind, being proud of our heritage, being proud of who we are, being proud of Nigeria is a thing that we all need to work around, is a thing that we all need to embrace. Now, talking about education for all, can there be education for all in Nigeria? It is achievable if there's the willpower. And this can only be effected by the government. Free education for all, from primary to secondary, should be a basic thing in our society. In any country or any economy that wants to grow, as I've said earlier, they had free education for everyone till the end of secondary level. Basic education is key. But if the government are not sincerely giving free education in the public school so that every Nigerian can attend, I don't know how we'll be able to achieve this. The private sector, they are putting so much, so it's not going to be free. You have to pay for their teachers, you have to pay for the facility, you have to pay for the quality, so they can't make it free. When I come to how have I been able to ensure free education for all? My foundation, we work with children, we work with the youth. And what we decided to do is, first of all, who are the ones that provide this education in schools? They are teachers. So what we do is that we identify schools that can't really train teachers, low government schools and private schools that are low income, and we train their teachers for free. Then we now identify orphanages that have schools. Recently, last year, we visited the Arrow of God orphanage in Ajah, Lagos, and it was during the lockdown we went there, just to share some food items with them during the lockdown, and we discovered that they had a school, a nursery and primary school. So we went back there to train their teachers on how to use Zoom and the use of technology to deliver teaching and learning in the classroom. Now we got there, they took us to the school, but we discovered that the school did not even have interactive whiteboard, no projector, and the ICT lab was gone, no functional computer. I started asking them, how do you teach computer to, this age of technology? You don't teach computer science to the children, you teach computer science only with books. This is computer, you just show them in the book. They cannot identify computer real life, they cannot really touch the computer and do basic things. I told them no, that we have to see what we can do, because we believe so much in quality education, education for all, especially embracing education, education that has to do with IT, because the present world that we are in is about technology. Education have gone digital. Education have moved into technology, into the technology space. And I tell you, in few years to come, when I don't even have the four walls of the school will be online. So we decided to take that project and look for sponsors, and we were able to get HP Foundation to sponsor us. HP Foundation came, they were able to refurbish the library, refurbish the computer room, and also donated computers and one laptop for the head teacher so as to be able to deliver quality education. Quality education is very key to me and to the foundation. And we cannot be able to cover everywhere in Nigeria. And this is where every one of us come to play. Everyone, it is the corporate effort of everyone to ensure quality education in Nigeria. We cannot say we want to continually wait for the government. Yes, we cannot always wait for the government, but I can tell you we can do something in our own space. So for us at Regamus Foundation, what we've done is to identify those areas that really need help, and we are giving help to those areas. Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, now let's look at another area that is very important for our society, which is the issue of women empowerment. I see that you're also very key in those areas. Now, tell me, how can education help the women to level up? Because we understand that that is a kind of deficit that we also have in Nigeria, also in other parts of Africa. I'm asking the question because it is very important. It is absolutely very important because women have always played a pivotal role in our society. If they have the chance to be able to live to be able to level up, it's not only for them as women, but also for the entire society. So the question is, how can education help women to level up or empower women as well?
Okay. We all know that if you empower a woman, you empower a community and you empower a nation. So what we've been able to do is that we advocate for every girl child to be educated. We know that we have some cultural barriers in some areas where the girl child is not regarded as one that should go to school, but the male child should go to school because the belief that the place of a woman ends in the kitchen. So they don't really want to train the girl child. So that's where advocacy comes in. So we advocate for education of every girl child, equal education for every child, whether you are a male or female. So we do that. Then we go further to empowering these women, not only in the four walls of the school, but also to empower them to have money to be able to train their daughters in schools. Because if a woman is empowered, a woman has a source of income, the family enjoys. The women are more prone to using all their resources to building their homes. And this will also ensure that even every child that they have goes to school, whether they are male or female. So we are so passionate about empowering women and giving them a source of livelihood, because we know that in doing this, one, it will help the woman not to be, it will kind of bring down the cases of domestic violence. We have discovered that the issues of the domestic violence most times comes when a woman does not have a source of income. They are totally reliant on the man. The man now sees the woman as a punching bag and all that. So empowering women to be able to care for themselves and care for their children is key to us. And this we do by organizing vocational skills. So we've been able to train women on the making of soap, liquid soap, and moisturizing soap. And in July, we are also going to physically train more women. We're looking at training 300 women in the south part of Nigeria. And yes, getting resources to do this could be a bit challenging. And that's where we call for collaboration, to bodies that will be ready to partner with us to ensuring that more women are being empowered, more women are given sources of livelihood so that their children will be able to have quality education. So when you empower women, be assured of quality education. Yes, we're saying that children should go to school. When women have money, I tell you, they'll send their children to good private schools, and will cut down on the gaps that we have in quality education for all in Nigeria.
If we are thinking of the future and looking at the children as a future leader, what role does the kind of education we give them today plays in it?
Okay, as you rightly said, education is key. Education for every Nigerian child is not only key, but it is very, very important and essential. If we don't train the children, if we don't train the youth, if we don't give them quality education, what will happen is that those children that we refuse to train, we refuse to send to school, will become the agberos. Already we have them. We have them. They'll become the agberos, they'll become the kidnappers, they'll become the bandits, they'll become the criminals out there. And you can't really blame them. I've had occasion to one-on-one meet with some of these agberos. Many of them are kind-hearted, I tell you the truth. But the problem is that they find themselves in a situation which they are so helpless to tackle. Imagine a child being given back to under the bridge, no father, the mother does not have the economic power to train. Definitely will steal. It starts from stealing. Then from petty stealing to carrying weapons. And from there, they progress. They now go into small, before you know it, they're now hardened criminals. The first day I had an encounter with this agbero, I went back home and nearly cried. So kind-hearted, went out of his way to help me. So the thing is that many of those people that refuse to train will go out there and become a nuisance. There's a story that happened, I think this year or late last year, of a Nigerian businessman based abroad came into Nigeria. On his way to the airport, armed robbers attacked him and killed him. He was abroad for more than 30 years. He came home to visit. So I will tell even Nigerians in diaspora, yes, you think you've left Nigeria. You think things are going well for you out there. But remember back home, there is no place like home. One day you want to come and visit for 1 hour. That 1 hour you come to visit, do you know what might happen? So I would say, the money you have, send it back home to your communities. Send children to school. Make it a point of duty to empower children in your local community. It is important. Give scholarships to those children. Because I tell you, those children in those communities, those children we all fail to train, are the ones that will trouble Nigerians. Already things are bad. In Lagos, I live in the Lekki Access. In the evening, you can't drive. You see young boys between the age of 12, 13, 14, 15, coming out with knives in the road, car by car. Once there's this red light, the traffic light turns red, they come to attack. Why? Because many of them don't have education. That is what they know how to do. That is the best they've been offered by the society. Many of them don't even know their fathers. Your mothers don't have a source of income. Their mothers are even with another man and they don't even have time for the child. So already we are getting to that stage. We are getting there gradually. They are attacking people now. They are not even waiting for even the middle class are being attacked. So I tell you, we are sitting on a time bomb. This is the time more than ever before that we begin to take the education of our youth, of our children seriously. Because in few years to come, not too long, if we don't do anything, because it's already happening. I tell you, live things I have already seen. They will begin to rob house to house. In areas in Ikorodu, they used to give them notice, we are coming. And they don't hide. And they are youth, jobless youth in the area. They go house to house and they rob and they give notice that they are coming. If they had the basic education, do you think they will do that? So some of these people are actually helpless. Free education for all is key. And every one of us, whether you are Nigerian in diaspora, you are Nigerian here, it is a time we all rise up to ensure that every Nigerian child have basic education. For the youth, yes, get them out of the streets. Give them vocational skills. It's still education. Education must not be science, physics, chemistry in a confined school. Give them skills, entrepreneurship skills, vocational skills. Mentor them so that the skills don't go down the drain. Mentor them. 6 months, 1 year, and watch them grow. And tell them that, yes, you have helped them. They should now give back. So you train them with the mind that they have to give back and replicate what you've done for them. If every one of us does that, we train, we tell them replicate, before long, Nigeria will be a better place. Everyone will be educated with skills, with paper qualification, and all the need to survive. Everyone will have that.